Happy spring, everyone. Yep, I'm back with another studio vlog / life update. I'm gonna show you guys what I've been up to in the late spring / early summer, so I hope you enjoy. So of course, the most important topic, the kitties. They are doing so well. Vader is turning 3 this year and Floki is turning 5 months in a few days. Is this your little stick? Floki seems to be like a little doggy because he loves playing with sticks. He brought this inside without me realizing it. He was just carrying it around in his mouth. Lately, I've been gardening a ton, and I bring Floki out into our little courtyard to play around, and he absolutely loves it. I can tell he just thrives out there. But of course, that means when I bring him inside, he is quite upset with me. But it's for his own good. I'm just trying to slowly introduce him to the outdoors and wait till he gets a little bigger before he goes off on his own. Speaking of gardening, I am currently trying to turn my little courtyard into sort of an enchanted getaway. And I'm really glad I waited until late April to start my garden because we had a couple surprise snowstorms this spring. Last year was our first summer here, and I experimented a lot with different plants and vegetables. Even though we're renting here, they are really cool with us kind of doing what we want as long as we're basically improving it and not making any huge changes. So I kind of have to work around what was already planted here. But for my own little garden, my veggies, I use containers. So I have a container garden technically, and that's definitely a challenge. It's really new to me. I am used to planting things in the ground. Otherwise, it has just been a really great excuse to be outside, get my hands dirty, connect to the earth again, and loving this beautiful spring weather. The consequences of doing yard work. Excruciating back pain. I should know better. Oh, hi. Little Floki is looking after me. Oh my gosh. Cat owners probably know what I mean when I say I love how my cats smell. Like the tops of their heads. Smells so good. It's like their own little perfume. There he goes. Non-cat owners are gonna think I'm crazy, but it's fine. I just washed my hair and it's glorious. Long hair problems. It's an ordeal to wash my hair. Like, it takes ages. I can't wash my hair every day. It dries out too much and it just takes forever. So I do it like every other day or every 3 days, and it's an ordeal. Like, it takes 20 minutes. I swear, I don't know if other long hair people know what I mean. I'm sure you do. And I just cut my hair too. This is like 4 or 5 inches shorter than what it was. And before that, it was like a half an hour just washing hair. Soap, conditioner, leaving it in, letting it do its thing, all of that stuff. Anyways, yeah, this is the stuff you guys really came here for, right? So one thing I wanted to talk about is, well, first of all, thank you to all of the new Patreons that have, the people who have joined my Patreon. In April, I've had like dozens of new Patreons. That blows my mind. I don't know, it's like this sudden rush of people found my Patreon or something, or maybe it has to do with the amount of videos I've been putting out. I don't know, but I am so appreciative. You guys are like really helping me get through this crazy pandemic and just the ups and downs of being an independent artist. You know, it's always unknown where your next paycheck is going to come from. And Patreon is actually the closest thing I have to a regular paycheck, but even that changes a lot. Like some months it can go up, some months it can go down quite a bit. So I never really know, but you guys are amazing, and I will continue to do my best to put out really helpful content for you all. I'm also very grateful for the incredible comments and just interaction that I've been having here on YouTube. I always say this, but you guys are the reason I keep doing it. You make it enjoyable. And like, if there wasn't that interaction, there really would be no point for me to be here. So yes, thank you all. And then on a more personal note, I have actually taken this week that I am in, which I guess you guys don't know what week it is, but it's a week. I've been taking this week to kind of ground myself, and I'm not streaming. I'm not putting out as much content on social media in general. This is probably going to be my only video this week. And the whole point is that I just recently finished my 100-day project where I painted and posted every single day for 100 days. And while I do often paint every day anyway, it was like an added thing on top of my other daily painting and my other daily tasks. So it really was a lot. By the time the 100th day came around, I was very glad it was over. And I did learn a ton, and I should probably do like a roundup video of like all the things I learned during that time. Uh, but it was a lot. If anyone needs a challenge out there to kick them in the butt, that is a good one to do. But I was very inspired during that time, and I didn't want that momentum to end. So I just kept going. I didn't take a break after that. I took maybe like one day to garden or something like that. But I just kept going. And then about a week or two after that, I was like, whoa, I need to like pump the brakes. I have so many overlapping projects, so many overlapping commissions. I have a wait list of commissions. Like things were starting to pile up on me, and I didn't quite realize it because I was just like loving the momentum. I was like, I have all this energy and inspiration. I'm just going to ride the wave. And I started to recognize the signs of burnout coming down the road, and I really wanted to avoid that. So I decided for the rest of April, I am going to postpone streams. I'm going to post less overall on social media and try to really like find my calm again. Like if you do find some momentum and you can ride it out, that's a really good way to like harness that energy. But you do have to be careful that it doesn't lead you towards burnout. And I've done it so many times in the past. So yeah, that's the main reason I'm taking this short break. And you know, the majority of my followers in the world, like they have no idea this is happening. It's just my own personal thing. It's like a mental thing. And having that small space to sort of look at my schedule, start making like a solid plan for tackling all these overlapping projects, and also not lose sight of some long-term projects that I have going on, and really embrace this beautiful change in the weather, like spend more time outdoors and actually soak up the inspiration that drives my art in the first place. That's been a very important thing for me this spring, because this winter was rough. I know I wasn't the only one suffering through the winter. Like not only were we in lockdown, but at least here, it was very wet and very, very windy, and it was hard to get outside as much as I wanted to. So it felt just like the seasonal affective disorder kind of hit me pretty hard. And I was taking vitamin D. I always take vitamin D, even in the summer. But it was rough. So that's kind of what's going on with me. I am doing my very best to avoid burnout, and it's important to recognize the signs in yourself, because we're all different, and we kind of, like, at least I am pretty good at like that. I can feel when I'm getting close to it. And part of the goal this week is to recognize if there are any long-term changes that I need to make in my schedule. For instance, do I need to change my stream day? Do I need to change what time of day I stream? Do I need to incorporate more strict like admin task chunks of time? Because a lot of times what happens is I have them on my schedule and I push them back because something else is happening. And then that bookkeeping chunk of time gets pushed back week after week after week. And then I have like so much bookkeeping to do. It's like an 8-hour day of bookkeeping. I can't even tell you how many times that has happened. Oh, it's horrible. So something needs to shift in my schedule, and I'm trying to be very aware of my energy levels throughout the day, because it's kind of shifting this time of year. And I also like to be kind of flexible in my schedule. So if we suddenly have a beautiful day, I can go out and paint, maybe make a video, which benefits me as an artist and as a creator that shares things online. And then having that flexibility, you know, as long as I don't just keep pushing things back week to week that are important, it's a good way to embrace the changes in the weather and stay on top of my business. Because I am an American expat, I need to do 2 taxes. I need to do taxes in the US around April each year, and I have to do taxes in the UK around January each year. So it's like every few months I'm getting hit with like messages, hey, we need your tax stuff, hey, we need your account, your bookkeeping, and oh my gosh, it like never ends. And I always push that stuff back because it is the worst. Oh, Floki agrees. I know this is gonna sound really weird, but one thing that I struggle with is performance anxiety. And like I've been streaming almost every week for years. Every single time I stream, I feel anxious. It just is part of me. I don't know. And even though over time it does definitely get easier, that is always kind of there in the background. So if I'm already stressed out or anxious about other things, that little bit of pressure each week, and I know it's coming every single week because I have a stream schedule, that kind of builds up and builds up, and then I start like being nervous or scared even of streaming, or that I know it's coming up and it's like this thing I have to do, and it's like all that pressure, it builds up to more than what it really is, I think. So again, taking this week to kind of step back and just be in my own zone and like focus on things that I've been putting off. And like, I don't even know if a week is enough, honestly, because I'm already like starting to think about next week. It's Tuesday or Wednesday today. I don't even know. And already I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, there's only like 5 days left until I have to get back to my normal schedule. And like, I know this is a thing that everyone in life goes through. I had the same exact problem when I was employed full time and I was doing art on the side or my photography on the side. Like every Friday, I was already dreading Monday, and I still had all these projects to work on, my own personal stuff that I wanted to do. You know, it's the worst thing. It's the worst feeling. I need to manage my expectations and my energy levels. And Floki's very hyper suddenly. Your little kitty head smells so good. That's like the weirdest sentence. What? He don't like when he doesn't like the sounds like. He's looking at me like, how dare you? Okay, go play. So what else? I think that's pretty much it for updates. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the change of weather. Now he's attacking tape. I'm very excited because I just received a very special package. I've been wanting Rosemary & Co. brushes for so long. Yay! Oh, I love shiny new brushes. I feel like I rarely buy brushes, so this is a special treat. Little boy. I really like these dagger brushes because you can do so many different types of marks with them. So I can get like long flat brush strokes or really teeny tiny grassy wispy brush strokes. Just a really fun, quick way of working, especially in the blocking in phase when you just want to get like big chunks of color on. Or if you're like in the preliminary sketch phase, I want to add a foreground element of like grasses and wildflowers. So it looks like you're sitting on the bank looking out over the water. And this brush, this single brush will be able to do everything I need basically. So I'm kind of treating this as like a rocky embankment and just varying the colors from warm to cool, letting it blend naturally on the canvas. Compositionally, I think it'll work better if I have a bit of a rise in the rocks on the right side. Sometimes just doing like a quick line like this and then back up. See if that works. Also relating to the colors of the painting, I'm keeping the background cool, so the sky, the mountains in the distance, and even this area is a little bit cooler. And the castle receives the warmest colors and the reflection. And then down here, it's going to be mostly cool colors with just like a couple little pops of warmth here and there, but leaning more towards like earthy tones. So by keeping the brightest, warmest, vibrant tones on the castle, that will draw attention really quickly. Like at first glance, the eye will go right to that. And then it'll start to flow around the canvas. I think I like that. I'm gonna leave that for now because the grasses will kind of come up to about here. So I don't want to take the rocks too high. I want there to be a lot of water showing in the painting because that's something that the person who commissioned this really wanted, like the feeling of open water and the castles and the stuff in the distance. So I got to make sure I don't cover too much of that. A quick tip for my fellow artists who spend a lot of time indoors and also sitting. I highly recommend these workout bands. You can just keep them in a drawer or just hanging on the back of a door or something and quickly grab them between editing sessions or just jump up and do like 5 or 10 minutes. And it has drastically improved my energy levels as I continue to do it over the course of months. And you can get them with different resistance levels. So some of them are really hard to stretch and that makes it really difficult. And then some are easier, so you can start slow and work your way up. I recently released a bunch of new prints, and thank you all who ordered them. It was a lot of fun to do these big bundles and send all the packages out. So I thought I would give you a little glimpse of like the behind the scenes of what happens when I release some new when I release a shop update. Poor baby. To be honest, this is the part of my job that I feel the most lonely. Like, I just feel like I have a million little tasks to do. I can't chat online with anyone. I can't be watching streams or doing anything really that takes my focus away, especially when it involves packing orders, because I don't ever want to like mess up what I put in each package. So it's like I just have to put some good music on or maybe a movie I've seen a million times that won't distract me and just get the stuff done. Check the boxes on the to-do list. And I know every self-employed artist goes through moments like that. It's like there's certain tasks you have to do for your business that are very tedious or that you just don't enjoy. Or even if you do enjoy them, like I do enjoy this sometimes, it still is the least fun part of the job. And like I said, I feel kind of lonely during those moments. If I had an assistant or something to talk to and make the time go faster and more enjoyable, that would be so wonderful. And maybe someday that will happen. But for now, it's just the times of the week that I have to really shut everything out and get shit done. I want to take you out into the garden with me for a little sketching now, because I'm trying to increase my daylight hours or reduce my screen time and increase my fresh air being outside. And if I can't garden because my back hurts, I still want to be in my garden and enjoy it. So sketching the plants and flowers and all the beautiful little growies has become such a joy for me and a really good excuse to be outside, even if it's just for my lunch hour. So let's go. Well, there we go. Some sketching in the garden. Loose and messy and fun. Oh man, I think I'm gonna take a little break and do some light gardening. Nothing crazy. I don't want to hurt myself again. A sweet boy. Go get it. Go get it. He goes crazy when the wind blows because all the leaves rush around. Floki, go get it. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I put the tomatoes in this hanging basket because it gets a lot of sun right there. I'll just have to make sure it doesn't dry out, but we'll see. I like having it in a hanging basket because if it gets cold, I can easily just bring it inside or put it in the shed. What happened? I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me, for watching this video. If you made it all the way through, hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you feel like helping me out, if you give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment, maybe tell me what you're up to in your garden, because I am a budding green thumb. That was like the craziest pun that I did not intend. um, yeah, I am trying to get better at gardening and learning a lot each year. But anyways, I will see you guys again soon. Take care.